Hello and welcome. Greetings Raman, our team and distinguished judges. Thank you very much for selecting me to be a finalist. I am honored to be on the show. I selected the topic in the biology section, plant body, parts and function. I focused on the NCERT book class 6 page 51 and class 7 page 128, which focuses on transportation and plants, and thought about how to teach them. My lesson plan for experiential learning is as follows. By the end of the activity, students will be able to demonstrate and explain how the structure of stem is important for carrying out the function of transportation with the help of a simple model of a plant: root, stem and leaves. Lesson is limited to passive transport only in class 7. Water lettuce, that is Pistia, water hyacinth or Eichhornia, Hydrilla, Ceratophyllum, Vallisneria, some of this aquatic plant, as well as a terrestrial plant, a dicot plant like scholar plant. Now after showing this, I will ask them what is the main difference between this plant and these plants. They may come up with the idea that there is no stem because these are very near to the water and so they don't require a long stem. Also, some plant like totally submerged plant even do not have any root because they can absorb water directly from their surface. They don't require root. Basically, the structure and function is very much related. So whatever structure you can see here is related to what function they do, such as carrying water from root to leaf. Here leaves are very near to water, they don't need a long stem. In many class 6-7 books, you have seen that we can prove stem carries water by putting a stem of carnation with a white colored flower in a colored water, but it takes too long a time. I have done this experiment here and it has taken me 4 hours to see color visibly. To overcome this, we can make a model of plant using a straw, a tissue paper, a sellotape, some water soluble paint. To make it fast, we cut the straw about 5-inch length. Then we take a 2-ply tissue paper. This is a very thin tissue paper, 2-ply one. Here we cut about an inch or 2.5 centimeter thick ribbon. We cut this straw diagonally. Usually we take a straw which is a little transparent. It helps us to understand where water is going. Here we are just, I keep a little part out of the straw one side and then I cut the extra part after opening the 2-ply and cutting this 2-ply in the form of a leaf. Now this straw, I'm just putting some sellotape so that straw is closed properly. The only thing, when you are putting the straw, make it a little tight so that the tissues are together, tissue paper is together. After doing this, I'm just taking a brown color and giving on the base of the root, which appears to be root and this will appear to be leaf. As it is appeared to be leaf, I'm giving some green color on the base of this. We can give any color, or even if we don't give color, but here giving color helps us to understand that water has reached to that part. You have observed me making one. I have made 2 more like this in different height and then joined together make a tree. This tree is like this tree where different height, different leaves are there, and this part where the tissue paper is coiled, this acts as root. This is stem and these are leaves. Now I am putting it in the water. The transport of water in stem works on the principle of capillary action. We see capillary action when there is a structure with very fine tubes like we observe in xylem tissue of the stem. When we dip such a fine tube, we find that the water climbs up the tube. This happens because of two properties of water called adhesion and cohesion. Adhesion is the property that makes water molecule to stick to other objects. This is the property that allows water to make things wet. In this case, it sticks to the xylem vessel. Cohesion is the property of water that makes the water molecule to stick with each other. This is the property that makes water flow. Inside the capillary tube xylem, the water climbs up the wall of the xylem cell by cohesion and adhesion, creating a capillary action. This leads to the water climbing up the stem of the plant against the force of gravity like magic. In the model we made, tissue paper fibers make fine tubes in the tissue that acts like the xylem tissue. The straw acts woody lignin and keeps the shape of the stem from collapsing when wet. The leaves have wide surface area for water to evaporate from. The evaporation from the surface of the leaves is called transpiration. This creates the transpiration pool that keeps the water flowing. The pigment of the color from the felt pen was like dissolved nutrient and get pushed up into the plant with water. This is how fertilizers farmers put in the soil enter the plant. If there was no transpiration, then water would have reached to the edge of the leaf and the flow would stop. So the nutrient keep flowing due to this transpiration pool. 90-meter high redwood moves about 2000 liters of water from root to leaves in a single day. If the tissue in the tube is discontinuous like I have made here with a gap in the tissue like this, then you will find that the water will rise only up to the break and not go further. This will prove with certainty to the students how capillary action works. So here the water came up to here, but as there is no tissue paper in between, it cannot go further. So it stopped here. Modification to show transpiration. Modification to show transpiration. Because of lack of time, I am not demonstrating transpiration pool in this video, but it is possible to keep a model plant in a beaker and marking the level of water with a permanent marker and covering the top of the beaker with a clean film. We will need to set up control set exactly like the experimental setup but without the model plant and leave it with fan on overnight. The hypothesis is that the setup with the model plant will have greater loss of water and the water will fall below the mark more than control because of the transpiration loss. I have done one setup to test and it will look like this after overnight. My teacher friends can have fun trying this out. In conclusion, I hope the distinguished judges like this. It is an original innovation and I tried to find if something similar could be seen on Pinterest, YouTube and Google. Searched but could not find it. So I think it is a truly innovative and effective way to show this function in the stem of the plant. Since my YouTube Beginnerology channel has over 400 subscribers, I would also like them to see and comment on this video and like if it is useful. Thank you for watching and stay safe.